Yeah, welcome back. So today is the last session. Till now we discussed, just 1 second, stopping. Yeah, till now we discussed many topics like basic commands and then administration, process management, user management and package management. So today we are going to discuss service management and then network management and few other topics. Okay, so first of all, let us create our instance. Just launch instance. Can name it anything, Linux. Then search for AMI's CentOS 8. Make sure you use free tier, key pair, and security group should be allow SSH traffic minimum and instance. That's it. Need to wait for few 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, you can try now. So you know the command SSH-I and Linux course.com. Username is CentOS. Great IP address. It's still connecting in the background, still initializing. Okay, now it's done. Okay, so now today's topic is on service management. So what is service? So yesterday we installed a package, right? So that is, let us go to the root access sudo su hyphen. So yesterday we installed yum install nginx. You can provide -y not to ask your permission, directly it will install. So nginx is a web server. So we need to run that. How can you run a software inside Linux system? Is systemctl start and then package name nginx. So this will start the service. If systemctl is nothing but system control. When you run the package, then it is called as service. Systemctl, system control, start nginx. Okay, you should have root access to start this. So this is to start the service. How can you check the running service, whether it is running or not? Systemctl status nginx. So this can check the status. Systemctl status nginx. Okay, it is running. So how can you how can you know whether it is running? In another approach is, PS-EF, all the process. So out of this, I want to grep for Nginx. So you will get this interview question. How can you check in the process Nginx is running or not? Just say PS-EF grep Nginx. Okay, say it is running. How can you stop? Very simple, systemctl stop Nginx. That's it. The Linux commands are very simple to understand actually. Now you can check the status. It is inactive. How can you restart? Just a simple command again. Instead of stop, it is restart. Now you check the status. So what restart does is, restart generally stop and start. That is the restart, right? If it is already stopped, then it will directly start it. If it is running, then it will stop and then start. So now this is running. I'm going to reboot the system now, and then I'll check. And again, once again, when I log into this server, this software is running or not. Okay, it will take few minutes to 1 or 2 minutes to reboot. So in our desktop, whenever you started your laptop, so you can see by default there are some softwares already running, even you don't start it. So that is generally called as enable. Now here, let us check. Let us check our Nginx is running or not. Okay, it is inactive because when you reboot it, by default, it stopped the Nginx service also. So what if you want Nginx to start by default whenever you start the server itself, then you have to enable. Just enable Nginx. So now what Nginx will do is, even you restart the server, even you reboot the server, automatically it will make Nginx up and running. So that is what it does when you enable it. Okay, now let us go for start again. And check the status. Now I'm going for reboot, and then I will check the service should be up and running after reboot as well. So that is the usage of this enable command. Okay. Similarly, you can use disable as well to disable that behavior. Okay, now you can check the status systemctl status Nginx. It should be running. Okay, so status you can check with normal user, but other commands you cannot. Okay. Yeah. So this is the system service management. Okay. So before going to network management, we need to discuss few other topics. So in interview, so someone will ask you, how can you know the distribution of your Linux server. So we know this is CentOS, but how can you understand without? So if someone give you access, how can you understand what distribution it is? So that is like inside etc folder, cat etc. Okay, let's go to etc. Okay, so it is /etc. It is in root folder. So here there is some file release. Okay, what I know here is I know end of the file is release, but I don't know the starting of the file name. So if you don't know like this, you need to give star. So then what does it mean is it can start with anything, but ends with release. So sometimes whenever we forget, we know generally we say it starts with something. Yes, it starts with something T like that. So if you're not sure what is the file name, actually you can give ls-release. This is called as wildcard. Now you can see you are getting all the files which are ending with release. So this is the wildcard expression. Wildcard we use mostly in our Linux. Okay, so now you can just say cat etc/release. Now you will get the information. It is CentOS distribution and version number 8. Okay, so this is important. And few other commands like cat /process CPU info. It will give you your CPU information. Okay, what processor, what architecture. So everything it will give you. This is also an important question for interviews. And then memory information, cat/proc/meminfo. Okay, it will give you the memory information of your server. Okay, and few other commands, top already. So the first command you use whenever something goes wrong in your server is top command. Okay, you just want to see what are the process occupying high memory. Okay, you can see right now this process is occupying high memory. Okay, and that is from systemd. So like this, you can see how many tasks are there, how many are running, how many are sleeping, how many stopped. All this information you can check here. Okay, the top is very important command. And then you can just give htop also. It's not installed, no need. So top is enough. Then how can you check the free memory in your system is just give a command free. Okay, then you can see here how much memory is the total, how much is used, how much is free, and how much is buffer or cache. It means like operating system is holding this memory for its own tasks, and then how much is available. Okay, so this is like 820 MB out of 1 GB RAM. The usable is 820 MB. Out of that 130 is used. Now 457 is free. Out of that, this one is so this available is total of this one. Okay, so total available is 558 MB of RAM is available now. Okay, and then that is the free command. And another important command is df-h. If you want to check your hard disk, this is the command. Right now we check the processor like CPU, just like in your task manager, you can check here. Whenever something goes wrong in Windows, we go here and then we will check how much percentage of RAM is getting used, how much percentage of CPU is processing and how much percentage of disk is happening. Everything we will check, right? So the same thing here, top command, you can use it at the runtime. What are the process occupying high CPU, high memory, and you can use free command to check the free RAM. Okay, and then you can use df command to check the disk. Okay, you can see here you have 10 GB out of this one. This is our main hard disk. Out of 10 GB, we used 1.6 GB and 8.5% is available. Okay, so remaining are just for operating system usage. We are using this disk. Whenever you create some files inside Linux, it is storing here. Okay, so the 10 GB disk attached is here. And if you give another option like T, it will give us the something extra information. What is it? File type. This is nothing but type. Okay, type of your usage, except there are something like disk types. Okay, we don't need to understand much, but this is giving you the what is used, what is available, how much percentage of used. So whenever there is something wrong in the Linux server, we log into the Linux server, we issue top command, we issue df command, and then we issue free command. We will check what is happening with the memories, and then we will free the memory. Okay, so and I want to understand, for example, here sometimes what will happen is inside this slash, the disk usage is more. For example, it is like 96% or 99%. Inside this root directory, I want to understand which one is occupying more. So just take the root access and then go to that slash. It is the root directory of your entire Linux server. You can give df disk utilization -s h star. It will show you the information. So this sh, all those things you can understand using du-help. What is this s? What is this h? Okay, it is summarizing how much memory is used by each folder generally, and h is nothing but human readable. Okay, now here I am giving du-sh star. So you can understand here there is 973 MB occupied by user directory. Now go to the user directory again. Again, you issue that command du disk utilization summarize and in human readable format. Star means each and every file. So now you can understand, okay, something is occupying more memory, that is 371 MB. Now go to the lib folder. Again, do this here. So this is how generally you will see which folder is occupying more memory, and you are going inside that folder and you check why is it occupying more. Okay, so this is how you troubleshoot the memory inside the Linux server. Okay, so these commands are very, very important. Okay. Now, how can you find the files in your Linux system? If it is something like this, okay, you can go to the download folder and you just search here something. Okay, for example, PDF. We'll get all these files. So similarly in Linux, how can you search? The command is find command. Find, and you have to give where to search. Okay, and then -name. What is the file name? So we have many other options. We have many other options, like you can include many options using generally hyphen. If you just give find -help, you will have many options. Okay, but these are the minimum things we use. Okay, you can read this and then you can include -h, -l, something, whatever. Okay, but the minimum thing is find where to search. For example, I'm searching for password file in etc directory. So I'm asking search in etc directory, and what is the name? I want to search this password file. Okay. So now you are a normal user. Generally, you don't have permission to go inside etc PKI, etc SST, etc DHCP, but you have the, if you go to etc. Okay, so this is completely owned by root. You don't have permission to go inside. So that is why it is giving you the error, but it found the file. You see, it found the file. Okay, let me clear this. Basically, it is trying to go inside etc each and every folder recursively and trying to find a file password, but it is saying I'm not able to go inside etc SSD folder because you don't have permission, but I found the files for you. Okay, but if you same command, if you issue with the root access, then it can easily go and search each and every directory. Okay, you can see here, went inside those directories as well, but it is unable to find. Sometimes you don't know whether it is in /etc or not, but you just know the file name. Find / means everything inside Linux server, -name, and then password. Okay, you can see now it searched in entire Linux server and it found the password file everywhere. Okay, so this is the usage. Now I want to just there is another option like maximum depth. Maximum depth is how many subfolders you want to search. I want to search directly inside just root folder. I'm giving 1. No, sorry, max depth you need to give like this. Okay, it is not able to find that inside directly inside /. Now I'm asking go one step deep. Now it is found here inside etc. Now 3 steps, it will go into inside the subfolders, and then it is able to find another files as well. So like this, we have many options using find command. But this is the base. Okay, and so we have few other important commands, that is cut and awk. I will tell you that cut and awk now, how it is useful. For example, I am downloading this tar file. You know how to download wget and then download the file. It's not installed. Let us install wget-y. Okay, file is downloaded. You can check here. How can you untar this file? Okay, generally in Windows, you just right click and then extract here. But how can you do this inside Linux is tar command -x for extract and F, you are giving the file name. Then you just give like this. Then it will do the untar for you. Okay. So generally in shell scripting, it is very important to know, for example, the URL. We will do the download automatically generally. So we will give the URL to the shell scripting. For example, I'm storing in a variable called tar file here. Okay, if you just give echo $tar file, so you are getting that. Okay, now I want the last part of this. Okay, So how can you do this is using AWK command, AWK. Okay, let us first check with cut command. Cut -d, it is for delimiter. Okay. Okay, first let us give echo tar file pipe symbol, because this will give the output to the cut command. I mean, so this output of this command will be input to the cut command. Cut -d, delimiter. It means how you want to separate. I want to delimit with slash. Okay, I want to cut this entire text using slash. Now how it should become, HTTPS is HTTPS colon is one cut, and then slash is another cut, slash is another cut, and this is like another cut, and again this is like another cut. So like this we will get it, because you are cutting this using slash. Then -F1 if you give, you will get the first part. If you give F2, then you get nothing, because there is nothing inside this slash and this slash. If you give F3, then you are getting this one. So now how much is our part? This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th part. Now if you give 8th part, you can get this. Okay. So, but we don't know how many parts are there generally. It may vary. So in that case, cut is not really useful. You can go for AWK command. Okay. So AWK, here you use F. Okay, it means like file separator, something, whatever it is, F. Or otherwise you can just give help. It will really give us the field separator. F means field separator. Okay, just doing this. AWK -F field separator, and I want the field separator is slash, and then here a simple syntax is there inside single quotes. Okay, you need to start like this. Print. Now you can give $1. Okay, so I didn't give the input right. Echo $tar file. Now if you type like this, you can see you are getting HTTPS. But I want to get this, the last part. So in that case, what you need to give n fragment. Okay, so 1f is nothing but first fragment. Nth f is nothing but last fragment. Okay, so this is how AWK command is useful. It has more usage also. etc password. Sorry, cat etc password. I want the usernames of this file. Okay, you know the first entry is the username. Root is username, bin is username, and nginx is username, CentOS is username. I just want all the users inside this Linux server. Then what you can do is AWK. Let us do once again. Okay, AWK is the column wise separator. You can see this is the row. The columns are root, and then X and 0 and 0 root like this. Now I want to separate this as a column wise. Now you use AWK command, AWK field separator. I want to separate using colon. Okay, and then print $1f. Okay, input is cat etc password. Now you can see you are getting all the users. So why these commands are useful? Because in shell scripting, we don't do anything in Linux manually nowadays. Okay, we do everything in a automated way. So to do it in an automated way, now in a shell script, I can get a requirement. I want to list down all the users. Then you use this one. And then you can loop through the users. So that is how these commands are really, really useful inside shell scripting. Okay, another use case, you need to download the Tomcat server and you need to extract it and you need to go inside it. So that is how it is useful. So that is the usage of AWK and cut command. And we discussed fine. Yeah, so we almost discussed everything useful. Now let us go for network management. Okay, this cut and AWK is very important for interviews as well. So sometimes to trick you, they will ask you, how can you use cut command to get the last part? Okay, now let us see that. We know echo tar file. Okay, so now by default using cut, you cannot get the last part, but we can do a simple trick. If you give reverse, then you are getting the entire reverse of the text. Okay, so inside this, now you can cut it. Cut -d / and then first fragment. Okay, now you get this. Again, you do the reverse, you will get the actual text. Okay. So now to show the real usage of this, I can write a simple shell script here. Okay, but don't worry if you don't understand this shell script also. So here I'm creating a variable tar file equal to like this, and then just writing a simple downloading Tomcat. Okay, but you want to know what you are downloading. So file name, I'm creating a variable. So inside this, I'm writing whatever I did here. Okay, let us write this one itself. Okay, downloading, can just give file name. So now what I'm doing the task is I'm downloading and then I'm extracting, I'm going inside, I'm running something, whatever. Let us do that now. So wget and then -tar file. It is downloaded. Now you need to untar. How can you do untar? Tar, you need file name, right? -xf, and you can just give this one. Okay, now it will be untar. Now you need to go inside this cd. So after untar, okay, let us do till here and then check. Okay, removing this. F for force, okay, or F for force. Now I need to do a simple end of the condition. vim example dot sh. Install vim -1. Okay, now you run this. So what happened here? It downloaded and then it extracted. Okay, so very simple, right? Now let us go inside this Apache ls-l. So there is cd bin. Here there is startup.sh. Generally, if you run sh startup.sh, okay, it needs Java also. So it needs Java. So let us include the Java also here, just like yum install. How to install Java in CentOS 8. It will give us the package. So this is the package. Okay. So here you just need to give yum install -y. Okay. Then Java is also installed. And after this, let me run this and then check. I'm showing you manually, and then later we automate this. Okay, now you give sh startup.sh. Then it is saying Tomcat has started. How can you know Tomcat or Java has started? ps-ef grep Java. Okay, you can see this is from the Tomcat actually. You can see here Tomcat something. Can simply you can search for Tomcat as well. Okay, it is running. So now all this information I want to do it from the shell script. Now let us stop this. So what are the commands here to stop shutdown.sh? Okay, it is stopped, and I will remove Java also. Okay, but I will do it here. Echo installing Java. Just these statements are for our purpose when you just see what is happening. Untar, you can just give /file name. Okay. So here after untar, what you get again from Apache Tomcat 9.gz to this one. How can you form from here to this one? Okay, so there is something, one more command. Okay, let me store inside this file name equal to this one and echo file name. And we have another editor called SCD editor. So VIM is for humans. You log into the server, you open it, and then you see with your eyes. But SCD is called streamline editor. So this is for automation. Okay, I'm giving -e. It's okay if you don't know this command, you can go and search this. S for substitution. You know that in VM editor also we used S. Okay, instead of VM, I'm just using SED. And then .tar .gz. I'm replacing with this nothing. Now you can see here, you got this. Okay, this is the actual directory. Now the same thing, we will store it inside our scripting also. Directory can use any name equal to $. Okay, we install Java, and then we need to go inside this directory, nothing but cd $directory, and then there inside bin, and here you need to use sh startup.sh. Okay, so this is the overall script. So this cut command, awk command, and SCD, all these commands are mostly for the scripting purpose. Now I will remove everything and then check this. VIM example.sh. sh example.sh. So it is installing Java, it is doing everything. Finally, it is saying Tomcat is started. Just within just 1 or 2 minutes, it did everything on its own. That is the power of automation. So nowadays, if you do the things manually, nobody will care. Okay, you should understand how things work manually, but you should do it in an automated way. Okay, so these commands are useful for the automation purpose. Just like VIM, I'm giving SCD and then do it inside the at runtime. Okay, now back to our network management. So network management, network itself is a just like, so in entire IT industry, there are only two things: operating systems, and then networking, programming, and then storage. Okay, you take any technology is depending on these four bases. I can say these are the pillars for a software, 4 pillars. Okay, so networking, there is no end for these technologies. Okay, so network is also similarly like that. Whenever you start a company, whenever you do something, the first thing you do the networking setup. So there is always a separate team for the networking setup. Okay, the IP management, subnets, route tables, firewalls, load balancers, everything is managed by the networking team. So, but as a Linux administrator, you need to understand a few commands of network. Okay, first in Linux, there are 65,535 ports. Okay, so when network comes into picture is if you are if you are connecting to the other system, connecting to the other computer from one server to another server, then the ports come into picture. Okay, so yeah, so these many ports are available. How to know the running ports of the Linux is netstat. Okay, before that, the basic command is ping. Now, if you want to understand the internet is working or not in your computer, just ping google.com. So it means you are able to connect to the internet. Just like in our Windows laptop, if you want to test your internet is working or not, you do the google.com. Similarly here, ping. Okay. So as I said, there are a lot of ports. If you just want to see that, you need to use netstat command, network statistics of your Linux server. Okay, it is not found. Just go and search in the install netstat in CentOS. Okay, there will be a package called nettools. Okay, if you install that, you will get that netstat command. Okay, you will get netstat. Then this is the everything happening inside your server according to the networking perspective. Okay, so out of that, you can see few are TCP. TCP is nothing but transfer control protocol. It is the internet protocol actually. And the other like Unix inside this, these are the local protocols. So, but whenever you are working in a internet environment or something like another systems, you just care about, if you give network netstat-l, then you are getting like this. Okay, it is giving you a proper listing format. So out of this, there are UDP protocols, TCP protocol, but TCP is the internet protocol. You want to only search TCP protocol, just give LT. Okay, but you don't know the port information here, just give P. Sorry, L, not the P is for different purpose. Yeah, N. Port number is nothing but N. You can see here, because we installed Nginx, right? It is working on port number 80. We have SSH, it is working on port number 22. We are running Tomcat, it is on 8080 and something else 8005 protocol. So if someone asks you what is the command to check the port numbers open in your Linux server, netstat-ln, you just give another P also, that is for process instance ID. Now you can understand. So these are all the ports open in my Linux server, and these ports are opened by these process. Okay, you can see Nginx open port number 80. Tomcat based on Java, it is open 8080. So this is how you can troubleshoot. SSH open port number 22. So there are some popular ports, MySQL 3306, Postgres 5432, and then FTP 25. Okay. So this is how this is the main command. netstat-lntp and ping. So similarly, there is another protocol called telnet. Okay. Ping facebook.com. Okay. Copy this IP address. And give telnet. Let us check whether it is there or not. So we need to install telnet. Install telnet CentOS. CentOS 8. Okay, that is just telnet. Package name is just telnet. Yum install telnet -y. Okay, now Just think in your project, you have another server that is running on port IP address this one. You are trying to connect with port number 80. Okay, now it is saying it is connected. Now you want to check that another server is accepting your traffic on port number 22. Then it means it is not there. Okay, so in our projects, we have many servers communicating with each other. At that time, you want to understand whether you are able to troubleshoot. First thing, you are trying to connect to another server, but it is not happening. To troubleshoot, the first command you should use is telnet. Okay, telnet and the server IP address and which port you are trying to connect. Now it is clearly telling you are not able to connect. There is something wrong. It means other side server is not accepting your connections. So you need to check the firewalls. So these are the troubleshooting networking commands. Okay, so these are the Linux intermediate knowledge. Okay. And then a simple another concept I want to tell is 3-tier architecture. If you have seen in my videos in YouTube, I have given something on this 3-tier architecture. Okay. So a simple concept around this. You know the desktop application. Earlier, we were using our MS Office in our laptop, but nowadays I'm not using MS Office in laptop. I'm using inside the Google or MS Office online because there are few disadvantages of desktop applications. Okay. So first thing, a simple example. So generally we were preparing everything in our home earlier. Okay. So that is like dosa, we make dosa flour. And we cook dosa from it. Okay. This may be a silly example, but it is very useful. But nowadays, we are not cooking. Either we bring the flour ready-made and then we are doing it, or we were just going to the shop and then doing it. Why? Because a lot of flexibility is there. You don't need to buy all the raw items. You don't need to grind it, and you don't need to prepare. You don't need to prepare dosa. You don't need to prepare chutney. So all those things. Okay. If you are, for example, if you are doing for 2 or 3 members or family of 4 members, you do it. If you get like suddenly a 30 or 40 members guest, definitely you don't do it. You go for another shop. So that is like service. You are expecting some meals or breakfast service. Similarly, desktop application, if the application is within your desktop, you have multiple problems. Okay, so that is whenever there is an update in the software, you have to do it yourself. Okay, storage. You are doing the storage inside your desktop. If your system crashed, then you lost the data. Okay, so because of, and it will consume your laptop memory and then disk space, everything, right? So because of 3 reasons, nowadays everybody is going for web applications because here it is flexible. You don't need to worry about the storage because you are not storing it. The software is storing it somewhere in the cloud. You don't need to do the update or upgrade because everything is happening inside their systems and it is showing to you. So you are not worried about anything. If everything is happening inside everything is happening in the cloud. So that is why web applications are very popular. Now, if I type facebook.com, the request is something coming, the response is coming from the Facebook site. So these web applications, they follow 3-tier architecture. Okay. So you are working in any technology inside IT. So that is every application is following this 3-tier architecture. So earlier before 3-tier, there is 1-tier and then 2-tier. So I'll tell you the difference and why 3-tier is popular now. Okay, another example, I already told this in YouTube videos. Okay, you are going to a roadside shop to eat dosa. So there is only one person. Okay, so what he is doing is he's taking your order. He's taking your order. What are the duties he is taking? He's taking order, preparing, and then billing. So everything is taken care by him. But what if happens if he is becoming popular, many people started coming, then he will do the one more person. He will take one more person. Okay. So we go to this person. Like he is the owner. And he will have one more chef or one more cook. So we go to this person. He will take our order. Okay, he will take our order. Then he give the instructions to the cook. Okay, prepare one dosa or two dosa, something like that. Then this guy will give you that order and he will collect it. Why? Because the queue is becoming more. If you do only one person, you cannot serve many people. But if you employ another person, you will get more profits by effectively managing queue and then billing. Okay, so this is simple. I can say like hotel. Okay, this is roadside, simple on cart. Okay. So now you go to the restaurant. There will be one person. He will greet you. We call him as a captain actually in restaurants. He will greet you and then welcome sir. And then he will check what are the tables available and then he will make you sit in one table. Okay, here waiter will come. So every table is allocated to one or many waiters and this waiter will go to the chef. Okay, and this chef, what he does is basically raw items. These raw items, he is preparing them in a eatable format. Okay, and he will give it to the waiter. And this waiter, he will do few more arrangements, few more decorations with salad, and then with some pepper, sauces, everything. Then this waiter will give the order to us. Okay, so what we call this in a software world, whenever you register to the email address, password, and login, your data is going inside the SQL databases, either like MySQL or MS SQL. Your data will be going into the tables, like your email, your phone number, your address. Everything is stored in a table format. For example, you can just say MySQL table data. So your data is stored here like this. Okay, like this, your data is stored. Now, just like chef is doing cooking raw items into eatable format, so we will have one thing like, okay, let me do it in a draw.type. Okay, this is an entire three-tier architecture. So here there will be database. So this database contains data in a raw format, that is like SQL format. So this is the database, and there will be application server. Okay, so this application server call the database. Okay, this will call the database. It will fetch the data and it will prepare it in a proper format. Okay, just like how chef is preparing in a proper format from the raw items, and this application server also prepares the data in a proper format, and then it will hand over to the web server. Okay, so we have something called as load balancer also. Something like load balancer. And this is our user. So now whenever you call facebook.com, first this is getting to the load balancer, just like a captain in restaurant. And this load balancer is sending the request to a, there will be a lot of thousands of web servers inside Facebook. Okay. Then it is sending your request to the available web server, just like captain is asking you to sit in the available table. Just like this load balancer is sending to the Facebook load balancer is sending to the available web server. So this web technologies are generally, so we call web technologies. Web technologies are front-end web technologies. Those are like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these things we call them as web technologies. Okay. So HTML is permanent, you know, there is no versions. In CSS, we got recent version CSS 3. And then in JavaScript, the original thing is JavaScript, but on top of JavaScript, we have jQuery recently, and then AngularJS and React.js. There are many JavaScripts, extended JS, Node.js, lot of things are there inside JS. Okay, these are all the frameworks, but basically HTML, CSS, Java are called web technologies and front-end technologies. Okay, so the page you are getting it from the web server. Okay, so these technologies are generally installed inside web servers. We have popular web servers. First, we have Apache. So later, now Nginx is becoming popular web server. Okay, so this will go to the Nginx, and from here it will ask the application server for the actual data. Then this application server will hit the database, fetch the data, and then hand over to the web server, then load balancer like this. So these three we call it as tiers: web tier, application tier, database tier. Okay, so just like here, there is a security also, not only queue management. Here, a person cannot go to the chef room because the restaurant has special recipe. They don't want to reveal. So you cannot go to the chef and then check what is he doing, right? But in this case here, you can clearly see what they are doing, how they are cooking. But here you don't have that access to check. Just like our applications, we are not allowed to the data also. We cannot see the MySQL data. We cannot see how the application server is running. We don't have that access. So that's why The only contact we have is this load balancer or web server. So these two are secured. These two will only accept the connections from application server, accept only connection from web server. Database only accept connections from application server, nothing else. So this is how security and queue management is developed in the three-tier architecture application. So nowadays, every web application in this world is running on three-tier architecture. So you should understand how three-tier architecture should work. So similarly here, we have Nginx, right? I want to, so whenever you do Nginx, so as I said, these are HTML. Application servers, generally the technologies are like backend programming languages, popular programming languages, Java, .NET, and then Python. And Node.js also can be used as a backend programming language, and many other languages, whatever we have. Okay. Go language. Can use any language. It doesn't, we don't care whatever it is. And inside DB, so we have many things like MySQL, MS SQL, Postgres, Oracle. So these are the technologies behind these tiers. Okay, so now as part of web server, we want to deploy one website. So generally when you install Nginx, it will give user share Nginx HTML directory. If you just paste your website here, then it can serve you. Okay, so now I install anyhow. If you open this, you should get the response because I'm opening HTTP. Web server works on generally HTTP protocol port number 80, but you are not able to open because of the security group. Just come here and edit the inbound rules. Add port number 80 because web server works on port number 80. Just give like this, save. And you can see automatically it is opening HTTP protocol port number 80. Now you will get the response. Okay. Now I want to install some website into this. Okay, so now I'll show you how can you copy website inside this. Okay, I have a simple website here, UI. Okay, inside this, I have HTML, I have images, and then I have some JavaScript, CSS, all these things. How can I copy this QI into the Linux server and access it over the web? Okay, so simple command. This is also very important. How can you copy the files to the Linux server using command line? Okay, that is SCP. It means secure copy. And what you want to send. Before that, I want to give -i. You need to provide the authentication also, right? -i. So that is Linux course.pem. And what you want to copy. So I have this inside C users, siva downloads. And then QI. And which server you want to copy? CentOS @ the IP address. So this is the IP address, right? Inside the CentOS server, where you want to copy? I want to copy here :/usr share nginx/html. So SCP in background, it uses SSH again. I am giving the authentication information of private key, username, and the server, which file to copy from my local and where to copy. Everything I am giving. Okay, it is saying it has many files inside. I don't know which one to copy. In that case, you need to provide recursive -r. It is saying fail to upload. Why? Because permission denied. You can see here. So this is on root server. Obviously, CentOS will become other user. We don't have write access. Okay. Now, if you give change mod other plus write access to Nginx. Let me go one step back. Here we have Nginx folder here anyhow. So I want to give others plus write access recursive Nginx. Okay, now you should copy. You can see all the files are getting copied. Okay. Now go to Nginx HTML folder. You can see ours is copied actually, assets index.html, everything. Then you just go here and then open or refresh. We got our website. You can open this IP address in your mobile also. You can see the website. Okay, now this is coming from web. If you do some data here, then what it does is generally, anyhow, it's not configured, then it will send the information to the application server. And then this application server will store the data inside the database. Okay. Yeah, so this is how the three-tier architecture works. So I can say we completed our Linux intermediate level course. Whatever the technology you are working in, you need to understand all these things. Okay. Yeah. So why I'm starting the shell scripting course is even you have the Linux administration knowledge, even you know the full information about Linux server, everybody expects you to do some automation using shell scripting. Why shell scripting? Because shell scripting is a native for Linux server. Okay, so yeah, that's all. We can have some short discussion. Yes, Vamsi Krishna Reddy, you have some question?
Yeah, hi Shiva bro. Thanks for the questions.
Yes, bro.
I just have one question. Can you show the history command once after completion of this?
Yeah.
Bro, are you maintaining any GitHub repository for these sessions? Bro, just to ask.
Yeah, because these are mostly command purpose. If it is any scripting, we can maintain the GitHub repository.
Means for the coming shell scripting,
yeah, coming shell scripting, we will definitely. If it is something scripting, I will definitely. Even I created a Linux repository. I'll update because this is mostly of documentation. So I can update here whatever we discussed. Okay, but when it comes to the shell scripting, definitely we should maintain a repository. So like this. Okay.
Yes, bro, that will be useful for us when we want to go, when we want to search for something. That GitHub repository will be very much useful. So
yeah,
I'm thinking for shell scripting classes, you try to make a GitHub.
Yeah, already I have something.
Okay.
Okay, so like this I posted in YouTube as well. So I will create another repository for the shell scripting course. Okay, I will do more examples there. I recommend you to create your own repository and then do it with your hands. Whenever you got some doubt, then only you open my repository and then check for it. Okay.
But for these Linux sessions, now you try to add something and you push to the GitHub repository.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for the sessions. Thanks for that.
Yeah, most welcome. Chenna, you have some question?
Hello, Shiva.
Yeah. Yes. Hi.
Actually, I tried to join Linux 0 to hero course, but I'm unable to pay the amount.
Okay. I don't know. You just try it in a UPI. There is no problem actually. You try, just try from another UPI. That's it.
However, it's free, right? Linux is free, right?
See, Linux, whatever. You joined for free only, right?
Yeah, it's
No,
free.
actually, somebody sent a message.
Okay. That is not Linux. That is shell script.
Shell scripting.
Yes, shell script only.
Yeah.
So, can I call to anybody like somebody sent a message from WhatsApp number? That's why I tried with for try to register, but I'm unable to pay the amount.
Actually, it struggled for 2 days initially, day before yesterday, and the payment didn't work actually. But yesterday from it's working from yesterday. Right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should work actually.
If you apply the promo code also, actually it's struggling somewhere during the payment process. Day before yesterday, I got that same problem. Yesterday it got work.
Something I'm trying. Random number. This is. Definitely, it should work through the UPI.
Yeah. From yesterday, it's working fine. Actually, yeah. Day before yesterday only we got problem.
Yeah.
We're directly accessing from your website itself, techworld.siva.com. Right?
Yeah, can do that. I just pinged in the chat as well the short link.
Okay.
Okay, other questions? Siddharth possibility. Manjunadachari.
Hello. Hi, bro.
Yeah, hi, bro.
Yeah, thank you for valuable sessions, bro.
Most welcome, bro.
Yeah, bro, actually, I have some doubts in Vim editor. Yeah, like how to delete the entire content in Vim editor?
Good question. Okay. So this is index.html, right?
Yeah.
Colon, go to the colon mode, percentile T. Okay, you understood now, right?
Yes.
So when you find this kind of questions, my overall intention of teaching you something is you should not depend completely on me. Okay, whenever you get something, just go and search it in Google, right? How to delete entire content in Vim editor. You can see percentile T for delete. See, they are just clearly telling you. Go to you are in escape mode, enter command colon mode. It means enter everything means percentile and then D for delete. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to say whenever you get a simple doubt or silly doubts or whatever, first you need to go and search in a Google, at least spend some time so that you get more knowledge. Otherwise, if you expect someone to clear your doubt, then you will never learn on your own. Maybe you join today and you crack one interview. Maybe I told you each and everything. Luckily, you got the same questions in interview and you got selected, you joined there. In future, again, if you want to upgrade yourself, again, you will search for someone to teach everything. And maybe you cannot find someone or that is the knowledge is not sufficient. ultimately you should develop on your own. Okay, for the first time you join a course, it's fine, but you should not keep on joining the courses each and every time.
Yes. Bro, and I have one more doubt. Even I Google it, I unable to get the comment. For example, if I want to delete the particular files in the particular folder, yeah, for example, I want to delete 100 files with the same name in the folder. In that folder, so we have more than 1000 files.
Okay.
Yeah, how can we delete by using one command?
Okay, now I removed everything. I'm creating multiple. Okay, something like example exam1.text, exam2.text, exam3.text, and then test.log, bin.log. So you have different kind of files here, right? Now you want to remove the files starting with exam.
Yes.
rm-rf exam star. Now you got all your files deleted starting with exam.
Okay, but you already entered into this HTML folder, right?
Yeah.
Without entering HTML folder, is that
Then
possible?
you need to give the path, bro.
Absolute path.
Yeah, absolute path, exactly. cd remove -rf /nginx, sorry, nginx html, and then exam star. That's it. So absolute path itself is absolute path is like this. Sorry, absolute path is like this. USR share this one. So these are called as relative paths.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, bro.
Most welcome. Yeah, Ram, you have some question? Nagul, Meera, you have some question?
Hi Shiva, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
First of all, thanks for your sessions. Shiva,
Most welcome.
actually, yeah, I tried a few things like in the user and the root. So, for example, sudo su.
Okay.
Okay, and what is the difference between sudo -su? So that is it is showing as the user level, right? Sudo
su
is the
now,
user level, right?
so, yeah, 1 second. So now I am in etc folder, right?
Okay.
So if you give sudo su, you got the root access.
Yes.
But where you are again, etc. Okay. So generally, if you give su hyphen, then you will be taken to the root directory. That's it, nothing else.
I mean, it is the only for particular directory access, or it is a user level access?
User level access. User level access.
Okay.
So for example, if you are in another one directory, if you are landed in another one directory, can't you go to another directory?
Yeah, we can go right.
Yeah, so that's what. So it is mostly on the root user access, not on where which directory you are landing in. If you give hyphen, you will land into /root. If you don't give hyphen, wherever you are, will be landed into the same directory with root access. That's it.
Okay. And one more doubt is generally we are going to the change directory CD. Sometimes we are giving the CD / and sometimes we are giving the CD and the particular directory name. What is the difference between those?
So that is called as actually absolute and relative path. So now where am I is CentOS, right?
Yes, home CentOS.
Yeah, make directory. I'm creating one demo folder. and I'm going inside demo. I'm creating another demo2 folder. I'm coming here now. So we have demo, and inside this demo, we have demo2 folder also. Now, if you want to go to demo2, you give demo and then demo2. Okay,
Yes.
you are here. Otherwise, this is the relative path. Okay, you know, absolute path is cd/home ec2u CentOS and then demo2. So you can go like this. You are giving the full path. Relative path is you don't need to give the full path. You are already inside CentOS. From here, you can just go to the demo and demo2.
Okay.
That's
If we
it.
know the path, then we can go directly. Otherwise, we have to take into the absolute path.
Yeah, absolute path is the full path. Sorry, absolute path is the full path. Relative path is if you are standing somewhere. For example, you want to go. Simple example, it may be silly also. If you want to go from here to here, and there is another route like this. Okay, this is the full route. This is shortcut route. You are already here. Why you want to go to again from the here and then go here? You can just go like this, right?
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So
Understood.
that's it.
And coming to these courses, yesterday also someone said, right, so we are unable to do the payment. I don't
Oh, is
know.
it?
I think maybe most of the users are they have tried to log into the payment way something we are not able to pay. Okay, this is the one thing. Okay, if it is some kind of feedback. Okay,
Okay,
and
if you want to do if you want to sign up, just do it right now, and then let us see whether you have
okay,
facing
definitely,
the payment
definitely.
issue.
Today I will go into anyhow pay. Maybe I thought something. Most of the learners are they were paying at a time, so that's why maybe I feel
No, we are
server
not
there
getting.
something happened.
No,
I
no,
believe that.
nothing. We are not getting that much traffic actually.
But actually today I'm also facing some kind of issue
Okay, can you
through
try
UPI.
right now? Right now in next 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, okay, fine. After completion of this course, yeah, I will try. And the second thing is shell scripting course. Actually, I'm zero knowledge, so just I'm into the AWS side. Okay.
Oh, very nice. You are already into AWS. You should
Yes.
understand. You should know shell scripting.
No, that is what actually I have the zero knowledge in the shell scripting side. So how much it is useful from the zero to, as you said, it's a zero to hero, but
Yeah,
I'm completely zero. So whether
that's why
you
I
are
said zero to here.
starting from the scratch or just like in the like Linux, anyhow, we know that some basics commands like what you thought is everything is we know, but apart from just we brush up our skills something I was joining. So this is a completely zero. Then how much it is useful for us, like me? Yeah,
Okay. So if you see this repository, I already started from the scratch only. You just say 01. This is already a scratch. Okay. And 02 loops, conditions, everything is first I started with hello world.sh. Okay. And then I started from 0. That's why I said, when I said 0 to hero, I really mean that.
yeah, but it is a only 1 week course, right? It's a kind of some crash course or something like that.
No. Shell scripting is not too much actually.
Okay.
See, whatever, whether you not only scripting or programming, okay, your mindset should change in any scripting. Just remember your C language if you are studied already in your academics. Okay, there are only few concepts, that is variables, conditions, loops, functions, data types. These are the only concepts in any programming language or any scripting language. Okay. So the examples, if you practice more and more, then you will be able to write it properly. Okay. So you can do, suppose you are working as a Java developer 10 years, still there is something to learn. Okay. 1 year person is also working as Java developer. 10 years guy is also doing Java developer. What he learned in that 9 years. He cannot teach Java for 10 years, right? What he learned in that 9 years is the experience and the number of projects, the number of things he learned. Just like when we are becoming older, we will get a lot of maturity. So that's it. You should know first how to write, how to do it. Then when you started using in your project, then you will get the full expertise of it. So that's why these are the basic concepts shell scripting or any programming have. Okay, that's the entire concepts. And then we will discuss more examples. Like today, I started Tomcat, right?
Yes.
We have a Tomcat script. So tomorrow, if someone asks you to install another WebLogic server, process is same. Just you need to find the URL and then how can you do this? How can you do this? So like that, we should understand. So that's what I will teach in this course. How can you independently create multiple shell scripts? How to plan the shell script? Okay, not just writing the syntax. I can say writing the code is 10%. How you plan to write? What are the steps you should think to write a script? That is more important.
So we can try to do automatic backup scripts and something like that through with the help of this course, right?
There are thousands and lakhs of examples. Okay.
Okay.
The requirement we cannot really predict, but
Yeah.
I will show you 4-5 examples, a big projects actually, how to install like a 3-tier architecture application using shell script. That's a big script. Okay. So if you practice 1 or 2 big scripts, then you will get the mindset of how to plan, how to write, how to search the syntax. If you are not able to remember all those things, you will learn.
Yeah, Shiva, and one more final question. Can we have any kind of doubt session, or it's just you are just telling, or because we have a short
No.
time, 1 hour? So
Yeah, in Linux, because this is a basic, I wanted to cover. Generally, we have the doubt session as well as last 5 to 10 minutes, we will accept the doubts. And you can see here, we have the
anyhow, we have community tab
community
also.
chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, community chat is it. But one-to-one session like this, just know how I'm asking the questions.
Yeah, for
something.
a few minutes. Yeah, first, I just want to all you to learn how can you explore. Okay,
Okay.
you will get something in your mind. Immediately, you cannot expect someone to answer. You just try it, you just search it,
Yes.
find more knowledge. That is the way you grow in IT.
Yes, yes.
Okay, when you are really not able to understand, you can always ask. We
Oh.
reserve that much time actually.
Okay, fine. That's it. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you so much.
Yeah, most welcome. Reddy Bhavanasi.
Hello, Shiva.
Yeah, hi.
Good morning, Shiva.
Good morning, bro.
Recently, I got one interview question in Linux, Shiva. That one, like, how to find the target directory. I mean, in the Linux, I will tell you, go to terminal, please. PWD type, PW present working directory. This is the present working directory, right? The interviewer asked, he needs a demo to output.
He needs demo to output. Okay.
Yeah.
So just now we learned, right?
No, not like that. But he says something. One command is there. I googled it, but I am not unable to find that.
You need to tell us the question properly then.
No, that is he says like something target directory like that. This one I know. But
yeah, we got demo too.
But like PWD command only, there is a command he said, but I googled it. I'm unable to find that.
But you need to tell us the question at least.
Yeah.
Okay, how to get output of the current directory, current end directory. Okay, you do this then. So generally, nobody remember the commands. Okay, few guys are there, worst guys. They simply ask something.
He is like 20 years experience senior person.
Say experience doesn't matter. Basic
Yeah.
common sense is the matter. So if you ask us some kind of different question, okay, you see here. If you ask some kind of different question, actually he cannot work without Google, right? Nobody can work without Google. So we should not waste our memory of remembering these things.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this command, or I don't know. See, if he ask me same question, then I will directly ask him, do you remember anything like this? What he wants is output.
Yeah.
But you didn't ask the question also properly. You didn't tell us the question so that I can tell you.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
One more thing. Whatever we discussed in this week, can you put in Google, I mean, GitHub repository?
Yeah, sure. Administration topics is pending. I already kept something. Yeah, I'll put it.
I think to like last 2 days and today's comments.
Yeah. So best way is, even I may take 1 or 2 days to write something because I cannot write it. So that takes some time to do the documentation, right? Yeah, but
Sure.
I have to do. So before that, you can prepare your own notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of referring something, okay, just prepare your own notes so that you will get more confidence if you write by yourself.
Sure. Thank you so much for the
Most
information.
welcome. Yeah. So that's all for today. The Linux course is completed. Thanks for attending. I just want you to practice. The only thing is practice. Okay. Yeah. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye. All the best for your careers.
Thank you.